Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and very interesting looking puzzle today. This has come from Jeremy DeWitt, who says that he's been watching our videos and has got back into Sudoku as a result and eventually decided to try and create his own puzzle. This one is a partial killer Sudoku with a twist. And the twist is that whilst the normal Sudoku rules apply, and also there are cages with sums in that add up to the different digits in each cage, there are also hidden zeros in this puzzle, by which Jeremy means that there are a number of cells, 9 in total, which have a digit in but count as 0 for the purpose of summing the cage. So this cage here, for instance, is 3 cells adding to 4. That couldn't be done in a normal killer because you'd have to have at least 1, 2, 3 in it. So that must have a 0 in it. Now the rules about the hidden zeros are very specific. There's 1 in each row, 1 in each column, 1 in each 3x3 box, and 1 hidden by each of the digits 1 to 9. So there are some useful restrictions there, but I think probably useful only later in the solve. Now Jeremy thought the puzzle might be too easy for the channel, and our tester completely disagreed. So it'll be interesting to see where we end up, probably on the hard side, I imagine. So do have a go at the puzzle before watching the solve. There's a link below, and do click on that and have a go at it in our software. One tip is I'm planning to use different colors for cells that couldn't be hidden digits, cells that are hidden digits, and cells that may be hidden digits. I think that ought to help kind of paint the picture of the grid, almost literally. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to give this puzzle a go now. So let's start with that 4 cage. As I said, that could have a, well, it must have a 0 within it. So I'm going to make those cells purple and green for the rest of the box, which can't. Here's a 5 cage in 3 cells. The same applies. 6 is the minimum for a normal 3 cage cell. There's another one. So that's good. And look, in the central box, there's an actual 0. So clearly that cell is the hidden 0. There can't be any doubt about that. The other cells in the box are green for not. There's a 2 here in 3. That's got to have the 0. So we are getting some help at least. That's a relief. Yeah, I think this box is giving us something as well. There are 2 small 4 cages. Now one of those can be 1, 3, but the other one can't. So I'm going to color them in purple because one of those cells in that box must have the 0. Now remember the rules about zeros. There's only 1 in each row and column. So this one's actually helping us even more. We can green out, as it were, the other cells in its row and column. And in fact, that makes these 2 cells not 0. So now we know where the hidden 0 is in box 2. It must be there. That's fixing those ones, rules out those cells, and we are getting some progress. This pair means that nothing else on its row can have a hidden 0, as does this triple, which are all on one row. So we really are getting quite a bit of progress. These could do, so I'm going to purple them. Down here we've got 2 cells left, and 13 is a 2-cell box. That couldn't possibly have a hidden 0 because the other cell would have to be 13. So we can, red for that is where the 0 is, green beside it, and I think these could. So there we go, that's kind of the initial colouring. We've got 3 of the zeros placed. We don't know anything about the numbers in the grid yet, virtually, but we're going to now do a bit of killer Sudoku to kind of work that out. So let's start with this 4 cage, which we know is genuine. So that's the 3 and 1. Up here in the other 4 cage, well, we know there must be a 4, but the other number won't count. There's a 16 cage, so that's 9 and 7. There must be a 2 obviously down here with a 0 number. And in fact in this box it's entirely made up of 3 cages which add up to 36. So the remaining 9 in the sum to 45 must be also in the 2 box and must be the hidden 0 number. So I'm going to put 29 in there. What I mean by that is this cage is going to add up to 2. The other ones are going to add up to 34. And that is the total of all the numbers from 1 through to 8. So the 9 is the hidden, is the number hiding the 0, as it were. So that's good. This 5 cage, we know that the 0 number is here, so that doesn't count. So these 2 must add up to 5. Because there's 1 and 3 in this row already, that must be 2 or 4, and it must go with a 3 or 1 up there. And this 23 cage obviously has to be 986. Because of the 9 in the 16 cage, that one can't be 9. 9s are interesting. Look, there's a 9 in one of those and a 9 in one of those. Where does the 9 go in column 6? Well, not in the first 2 boxes because of those 9s. Yeah, I don't know. It could be there or there. No, it can't be there. It could be there or there. There is a 9 in one of those 2, so the bottom one's ruled out. So not sure which one of those is a 9. Now, what else can we find out? This 10 cage, there's a 7 and 9 in its box, so 9, 1 and 7, 3 are ruled out. It must be either 2, 8 or 4, 6. Now, what else have we got? Yeah, this 4 cage must have a 1 and a 3 and the hidden 0 number. Now, there's already a 1 or 3 in row 2, so only one of these, and exactly one of them, must be a 1 or a 3, and this must be the other of 1 or 3. And where is the other 1 or 3 in row 1? Well, it's not here because there's going to be 2 in that cage. And it's not here because there's already 1 and 3 in that cage. So it must be here. So we've got a little 1-3 pair in that box. That's interesting. Where else can we get some information from? Ah, yes, look, one of these 2 has to be the hidden 0, and it has to be under a 9. Now, one of the rules is that all the hidden 0 cells are different digits. So if that's a 9, concealing a 0, this one can't be. So we can get rid of that possible 9. That cell actually is a 9, and since it's a 13 cage, it's got a 4 beneath it. That makes this 6 cage 5 and 1. This 17 cage is in the same row as a 9 and a 4. So if it was with an 8, it would need 2 and 7 or 3 and 6. So 8, 7, 2, 8, 6, 3. It has to have an 8 because 7, 6, 5 would already be 18. So there is an 8 in this. It's not in the top box because there must be an 8 in the 23 cage. So one of these is an 8. That means we know that this pair is a 6-4 pair. And we've got a 6 here. That's ruling out 6 from there. We can put 6 in this cell. And now we know, because there's a 6 in this box and a 6 in one of those cells in this box, this can't be 863. So it must be 827, which was the other possibility. We've got a 7 in this box, so the 7 goes there. This is a 2-8 pair, I think. Yeah, it must be. And we're really beginning to narrow things down. And look, the 6 in column 5, 6 in column 4. Where does the 6 in column 6 go? On the 0 square. So we've got one of the 0 cells absolutely fixed now as a 6. These other two, this one has to be a 5 because we've got 7, 2, 8, 6, 9, 4 in the column and 1, 3, a pair of 1, 3 in the box, so it can't be either of those, so that must be 5. This one's a 1 or a 3 here. So this is 2 or 4. That's all that's left in the box, and it can't be 4 because 4 is ruled out there. So that's 2, and that's another of the 0 numbers done. This pair is 4 and 1 now. 1, 3, 4, 2, 7 in row 3. This 11 must be 6 and 5. Ah, that 1 as well works on this box. It makes that a 1. Oh, and it worked on that cell as well. So that's a 3. That's a 1. We've got a 3. Oops, not that cell. Sorry. In these two cells, we've got a 3, 5 pair. Don't know which way round they go yet. One of these is a 3. The cells left in row 3 must be 8 and 9. Interesting. Now, what next? Oh, look at, okay, this 16 cage. It looks like there's a lot of possibilities for 16, but 1 and 3 and 5 are all ruled out from this cage by where those ones I've highlighted sit. So if it was with a 9, that would need another 7. Couldn't be 1 and 6, couldn't be 2 and 5, couldn't be 3 and 4. So it's not with a 9 in. If it was with an 8, it could be 8, 6, 2. And if it was with a 7, 7, 6, 3, no. 7, 5, 4, no, they're not possible. And it couldn't have a highest digit of 6 because that couldn't make 16. Excellent. So it is 8, 6, 2. It's the only possibility left. So we've got a 9 there now. And in fact, this 9, 8 is resolved. 3, 4, 7 in those 3. And the last one can't be a 3. 3, 9, 4, 5, 7 in those 3, and the first one can't be 4. A 2, 9 pair in the top corner. We've got quite a lot of the top done. This 1, 5 box is resolved by this 1, so that's good. 5 and 1, and that resolves this 3, 5 pair because of the 5 we've just put in. So we get yet another of the 0 numbers done. Excellent. 6, 9, 4, 1, 5. These ones are 3 and 7. These ones are 2 and 8, and there's definitely a 2 in this row already, so we can put those in. Now, what's in this 11 cage? Not a 2, because it's already in the box. 3, 4, 5 would be too many, so it must have a 1 in, and that 1 must go with either 3, 7 or 6, 4, which isn't very restricted, but might be useful. Now in this box over here, we've got a 3 and a 7. Obviously that could be 1 and 2, 3 and 4, or one of these two cells could be the hidden 0. Now that all looks possible, but this can't be 3, 0. And the reason is because 0 has to be on one of the purple squares, so it would be there, and this would be 3, and it's in the same row as a 3 now. Aha! So this is 1 and 2. And the one that we've already got in row 6 fixes which way round. Now I was tempted to straight away write in 3, 4 here, but that's not certain. This could actually be 7 here and the 0 number here. In fact, this isn't a 0 number now. That is therefore green, and the only purple cell in column 1, and therefore the 0 number is down here. So we can make that one green. Actually, we could have known that anyway because we know that the 0 numbers are 9, and the 2 that we've put in has ruled which of 9 and 2 go in there. Also, this 3, 1 cage is sorted out by that 1. Nice. Now we've got a 9 here and a 9 here. 9 in this row must therefore be in one of these two cells. Can't be here because that's a genuine number in the 6 cage. Now this 6 cage could still be 1 here and 2, 3 here, or one of these could be a 0 number. In which case it would be 2, 4, 0, because it can't be 5, 1, 0, or one of those would have to be a 5 or a 1. So one of these two cells is a 2, and it either goes with 1 and 3 or with 4 and 0. How about this 5 cage? Oh no, I'll tell you what, how about that? That's a pair of 2s. There's a pair of 2s there. So where does 2 go in column 7? Again, there's that ruling out that cell, and it's got to be in one of these two. Don't know which one yet, but must be one of them. But I'm not sure if that helps us much. What else can we find? Okay. Ooh. Okay, look at these shapes. These 3. Remember that we have to place each of the digits from 1 to 9 has to be one of the hidden zeros, and we've used 2, 3, 6 and 9. Now I'm wondering, where does 5 go? And it doesn't go in those 3 because of that 5. It doesn't go in those 3 because of that 5. It doesn't go in those 2 because of that 5. So the hidden 5 is in one of these cells, which is kind of interesting. It can't be in this one either, because that would make that a 2. We've already got a 2 in the box. Interesting. I'm gonna just put a 5 in there. That I don't want to be too silly about this, but that's worth knowing, I think, that one of those is a hidden 5, or a hiding 5 as it were. But what else can we find? Oh look, we've got 9 here, 9 here. Where does 9 go in column 2? One of those 3 cells. Can't be here because that's a genuine cell in a 7 cage. It can't be here because we've already used up 9 on a hidden 0 cell, so it has to be here. And it can't, yes, okay, so that means 9 in this box can't be in those 3 cells. It can't be in these 3 cells because we've used the hidden 9 and they only add up to 5. So it must be in one of those 3, and that has resolved this 7-9 box. Not sure if that's particularly helpful, because this could still be 7 there and a hidden digit there. Interesting though. Now what else can we find to go on? That can't be a 2 in this cage is actually resolved. We've got 2 2s there. So that's a 2. Those aren't. And what else have we got? Still quite interested in this 6 cage here, but I can't quite resolve it yet. 1, we've got a 1 here and a 1 here. The one in row 4 must be in one of these 2. And it's tempting to think that this cell is therefore made up of 1, 4 and a hidden 0, but it might actually be 2, 3 and the 1 be the hidden 0, because we haven't ruled out that yet. Oh look, these, we know the hidden 0's there. This cell isn't a hidden 0, so I could actually colour that green. Sorry, I should have probably done that ages ago. Oh, what else have we got? So we've used 2, 3, 6 and 9. 5's been isolated to over here. Where is 1 in a hidden cell? Yes, this is good. Oh, well, it's in one of those. And it is the hidden cell. Now, that's important. Yes, look, these can't be 1 because of that. These can't be 1 because of the same one. These can't be 1 because of that. These can't be 1 because of that. So where's the hidden cell with a 1 in? It's got to be one of these two. And now we know it's the hidden cell in the 5. So this group must be made up of 2, 3, adding fairly, and 1 represented as 0. And that has to be, sorry, I was trying to get rid of the 2 from the corner there. That has to be useful. That sorts out this as 8, 2. This is now a 4, 6, 7 triple. These are 3, 8, and 5. That one's not 3. Oh, it's frustrating. This could still be 7 with 5 or 8 there, or 4 with 3 there. Can't actually be a 6 for what it's worth. 8. One of those is 8. Oh, I don't know how to resolve which one is. Bother. Okay, I'm just going to pick off some of the obvious candidates there. How about this 2 cell? 1 there, 2, 3 there. It is still possible, but so is 4 there. I feel I'm missing something here, but maybe not. One, 6, 8, 3, 2, 9. Yeah, that could be the 5, 7 there. That would be 4. That would be 7. Okay, this is impossible. I don't know if there's some simpler way of displaying this, but I was just working out whether this could be the 5. The only way for this to be the 5 on a hidden cell is that would put a 5 here. Oh, that's impossible. That's impossible because you'd get 2 5s on hidden cells. The only way a 5 can be here is with a 7 if it's hidden. So for that to be a 5 is impossible. And what's really interesting about that, this 5 is impossible too, because that would force a 7 here, that would make that a 4, that would be a 7, this would be 1, 4, 6, and that would be impossible. That's pretty complicated though. But I think it does prove that this can't be a 5. And therefore, 5 is either there or there, and whichever way round, those two are the hidden 0 cells. So I'm going to mark them in red, and the other one's in green. And now we know this is a genuine 7 pair. So it's 4 and 3. This one can't be 4, but there must be a 4 in this cage. 4, 2, 9. So now this is 1, 3, 7. I don't know, sorry. That's a 1, 3, 7 set. 4, 2, 9. This has to be 6. That's a 5, 8 pair. That's 7. Oh, that's resolved that as 5 and 7. So now what numbers have we used on the hidden cells? 7, 2, 3, 6, 9. This has to be 5 for the same reason we worked out all these couldn't be 5. That is 5. Now, where is the hidden 1? It's still in there. Okay, we worked that out. So this is the hidden 4 up here. And the hidden 8 is down here. So that can't be a 4. That must be a 7. The hidden 8 is down here somewhere. It could be in the 6 cage or it could not be in the 6 cage. Just don't know. But if there's an 8 there, don't know. Oh, 5s acting on this box are restricting 5 to just here, so that can go in. 4, 8 and 6 to go in this cell. Don't know which way round they go. 5, 7, 2. Ah, this can't be a 9. Why have I ever said that can be a 9? There's a 2-9 pair there. That's been disambiguatable ages ago. And that is quite interesting, because now this 18 cage can't have an 8 in it. Can you see? There's an 8 there and an 8 there. So it's either 7 there and 6, 5 here, or 9 here and 4, 5 here. So that's 7 on... Oh, that can't be a 7 because of that 7. Yes, this can't be any of 5, 6 or 7 because they're all seeing that square. So that cell. So this is a 9 and this is 4, 5 because there's already 1, 2 and 3 in the row, and I think that's going to help us finish now. 6 there, these two are an 8, 9 pair, that must be 7. This is coming now, surely. Maybe not, maybe we've still got a bit of work to do on this 6 cage. Still, this could be a 1 or a 4 up here. Could be a, no, it can't be a 3. So that's 1 or 4. 7, 7, could be a 7. Oh, I feel we're nearly there. What? So one of these, the hidden is a 4 there. The hidden here is a 1. That can't be the 1 because of the 1 in its column. So it's not the hidden cell. And down here, this can't be an 8 because of the 8 now in that column. So that's not the hidden cell. It doesn't have the 8 in it because the 8 is the hidden down here. And therefore the only possible hidden cell in column 9 is this one. So that's red. Make that green. The number here is 1 because that's the hidden. We've got a 4 hidden up here and an 8 hidden down here. This 2 9's disambiguated by the 9. These, that could be 3 or 5. This could theoretically be 3, 4 or 5. It can't be 2 anymore. In fact, the 2 has been resolved. That puts the 8 here. That resolves the last of the hidden 0 cells. So these 2 can be made red. And this is the 4, and that gives us the full set of hidden 0 cells. And surely we're done now. What a puzzle. I mean, it's so intricate how it all works together. It's a real pleasure to unwind something like that. I probably haven't done it in the neatest possible way, but I have done it, and I'm not unhappy with that. That's 6 and 7 there, 4 there. Yes, this is all coming now. 5, 6, even the 7, 3 pair is resolved. That must be a 1. We've got 3 and 7 there. 8 there, that fixes the 6, 8 pair at the top, and 6 and 4 like that. Well, I mean, that's a tough puzzle. Congratulations if you got to the end of it, and if you got to the end of it more skillfully. Jeremy, that was plenty hard enough. Thank you very much. What a good puzzle though. Thanks very much for watching, and really hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye now.